It's the Pod Bay Door.
Yes.
Nevada trivia.
Okay.
That I promised apparently quite a while ago.
All right. Oh, forgot.
And this is dedicated to the. A lot of people sent emails.
Yeah.
And contacted us through social media.
Yeah.
And everything else. And some of them weren't very nice.
Mm.
They really wanted to know this information or have fun with this, and this is for you.
All right.
Stop emailing me.
We got trivia for you.
But thank you for emailing us and keeping me on my toes. But yes, this is a Nevada. Now, this is generally speaking Nevada trivia.
Yeah.
Get away from gambling. Get away from all that stuff. Get away from esports and all the
get into old mining towns.
Yeah, let's talk about
whorehouses and
because Nevada existed before Las Vegas did. So let's talk about that. These are in no particular order. These is what I did some pretty deep dive into Nevada history, and please, if anyone catches me on a fact check, am I wrong 1 pound or 1 mile or one whatever, please let us know. We will correct ourselves and let everybody know that you found the right information. But here we go. Number one, due to a drilling accident in 1916.
All right.
A 5-foot by 25-foot geyser was formed.
Okay.
And it's currently about 20 miles outside of Gerlach, Nevada. And it's called the Fly Geyser.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
No, I haven't. Is it still?
It's still there.
Still active?
Still active.
Wow.
Yeah. It's much like the one in Yellowstone.
Now, how do you get there?
Gerlach. Oh gosh, I will have to look that up by the end of the show. I'll tell you, John. But I don't have that. Gerlach is north of us, I believe, from Las Vegas. But I will find that out for you before we are done today. Number two, 2017 Nevada State Route 160 was involved in a world record. It was the world record for production car speed.
Oh.
At 277.9 miles.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
now not land speed record. That was in the Salt Flats.
Right.
The Agera or Agera RS, and it was a production car, or it is a production car, in 2017 on State Route 160. 277.9.
Wow.
That is very fast.
That's really fast.
Yeah. Number three, near Groom Lake. We've talked about Groom Lake before.
We've been out that direction.
Yes, we have.
Area 51.
The Sedan crater was formed, apparently, in 1962 by a 104 kiloton bomb.
Yeah.
And this is the part that I found amazing. And then, again, this is near Groom Lake, Sedan crater. It's 320 feet deep and 1,280 feet wide.
Wow. Well, the astronauts had practiced walking on the moon by going out there because of all of those craters formed by the atomic testing underground.
Yeah.
And that led to the conspiracy theories, as that's where they filmed.
That's where they filmed and faked the moon landing.
With Stanley Kubrick.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And he detailed all of that in The Shining.
Have you
seen that documentary? It's great.
No, I haven't seen that.
It's fabulous to me in ways of just sheer paranoia and how you can just take something and had it been done tongue in cheek.
Now I gotta say, I don't believe it was faked.
No,
I really don't.
No.
I did see the Mythbusters episode where they talked about the shadows and the photography. I was very interested in that, being a photographer myself.
Yeah.
I don't believe it, but however, if I were to believe it, I would want Kubrick to be the one.
Yeah.
He would be just weird enough to do it.
Yeah. Well, they had, some of the evidence, put that in air quotes, was that, for example, Danny Torrance in the book, or rather in the movie, right? He's wearing a sweater that has a rocket ship on it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, and that was a signal.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't think so,
yeah.
But I want Kubrick to do it. Yeah. And then the drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket came one step for me.
Yeah,
number four, do you know what Nevada means? We know what Las Vegas means. That means the meadows. What does Nevada mean?
Is it silver?
No.
Oh, that's right. It's not.
No.
It's a Silver State.
It is the Silver State, and we're going to talk about that. I have some interesting things here, John. It means snow-topped.
Oh,
it's an
I didn't know that.
Indian term, snow-topped.
I didn't know that.
Yes, snow-topped, and then the meadows.
Yeah, Las Vegas. Yeah, we see a lot of meadows around here, don't you?
Yeah,
I'm sure they were. They did too. You know, crossing the desert and
right.
High on peyote.
Yeah, right. Most of everything that Nevada was named, generally speaking, by the settlers that came.
Yeah.
And there's a whole story behind Nevada, and the settlers saw the snow-capped peaks.
I would change the names now.
You know, as we get to the end of our list, there are the state this and state that, and they're unremarkable in my opinion. But you tell me.
All right.
Okay. Let's see. What are we doing here? Number 5.
Yeah.
I never knew this until I did all this research. Home means Nevada, in quotes, is the state song.
Oh, I don't think I've ever heard it.
Yeah.
Is there a black metal version of it? Maybe that's why not.
No death metal back then. But it's a state song. Home means Nevada by Bertha Raffalo.
Oh.
Yes. And I have not heard it, nor do I believe there is a recording of it.
Yeah.
But I will certainly look it up.
Now there's something, I would be afraid to hear it. I would be afraid of getting like an earworm. I can't get it out of my head, you know? It's a really annoying thing.
You have to sing It's a Small World.
Yeah.
Number 6, again, I didn't know this, very interesting. Jacob Davis or Davies, I'm not quite sure, but Davis of Reno, Nevada, in 1873, in concert with Mr. Levi Strauss, is accredited with the first pair of blue jeans.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you don't hear about him, and I guess Levi was the marketing guy back then.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Okay, number 7, Nevada. Now, very poignant and prevalent today. Nevada was the first state to ratify the 15th Amendment.
Yes, you know, I just did a reading passage on that. So that's why, yes, that's
and
right.
that of course, you know, was for African American, or the black vote, and everything else. And this rare, I think that anybody would know this. I certainly didn't. Thomas Mundy Peterson was the first black man to cast a vote.
Is that right? Where did he cast it? Does he find out?
You know what? I didn't write that down. I didn't write that down. But his name was Thomas Mundy Peterson.
What year was that?
Did
you find that out?
I will find that out too. Yeah. See, it forms all these questions, John.
Because one of the ways, you know, in the South that they still try to circumvent allowing African Americans to vote was they had the the literacy ruling for a while. Then they had a poll tax. Poll tax also eliminated women from voting.
Right.
But the literacy requirement was they had to be able to read the ballot.
Right.
And since at that time, there were a lot of African Americans who were not educated and they didn't know how to read. Doesn't mean they couldn't vote.
Right.
Or shouldn't have meant it, but that was one of the ways that they did that. So I was just curious what year it was.
March 1st, 1869.
Good for him.
Yes. Well, no, that was when it was ratified. I don't know when he cast his actual vote, but that was when it was ratified. It most likely was ratified very closely to the voting process.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. Hold on. No. February. No. Yeah, it's saying the vote was cast 1870.
All right.
Yeah, 1870. So very close to that. On this day in Iowa, of course.
Yeah.
They didn't have the app back then.
Oh, they didn't have the app back then. So they were able to count the votes properly. Yeah, and one of the candidates didn't have or the app developer wasn't a supporter of one of the candidates. That was another thing.
There you go.
Who just made a surprisingly good showing in that particular state.
Yes.
Imagine that.
Yes.
Imagine that.
What do you think of Bernie? Bernie's
still
surging.
Hanging in there.
He's surging.
He is.
He better hurry.
He's got a wave of young people on him.
100 isn't too far away for Bernie.
That's right.
Okay, number 8, Great Basin National Park. I've been there several times.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful place. Is the home to the bristlecone pines. People don't do much hiking when they're gambling out here, but if they do go hiking out there, the bristlecone pine is attributed to some of the oldest trees on the planet, 5,000 plus years. I love that.
Yeah.
And I've seen them. It's amazing. It's amazing. Here's one for you, John.
All right.
And for anybody out there that would like to go to Elko, Nevada.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. You may miss it if you're driving fast.
That's right.
The largest deceased polar bear on Earth
He lives in Elko?
is mounted there.
Okay.
His name is King.
Yeah.
He is 10 feet 4 inches
Wow.
in bare feet for some strange reason. They put that.
They didn't put galoshes on him or anything?
Well, I don't know. Bare shoes, I guess. He weighed currently weighed the statue
The stuffed,
the stuffed version of him weighs 2,200 pounds.
Wow.
He was also immortalized in one, and I don't know the story because I couldn't find the name of the story, but apparently a short story by your favorite, Mr. Hunter S. Thompson.
Oh, great.
Featured King, the bear.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll have to look for that.
Yes. But if you're rolling through Elko looking for a party, there you go.
There you go. I wonder how he got there.
I don't know.
Because he sure as hell wasn't killed there.
He's in the only coffee shop apparently there, so you can't miss him.
What a legacy, huh? What a destiny for that animal to end up in a coffee shop in Elko.
All right.
Stuffed, no less.
Oh, wow. We, of course, at number 10, we, of course, have a very popular destination here, very close to Las Vegas, 20 minutes by car, Lake Mead, at the bottom of which is the town of St. Thomas.
That's right. They flooded it.
They flooded it out, and population 0. So
yeah.
now it's populated by tires and the bodies
dead
of
mobsters.
Yeah, yeah. Number 11. The Nevada has many distinctions, but I find some of these to be very interesting. I do not know the number 1 producer of them. But Nevada is number 2 producer in the world of turquoise. Yeah. I have turquoise.
Yeah.
Do you have anything turquoise?
No.
Do you have a bolo tie?
No, I don't have a bolo tie.
I do. I have several actually. I
got a leather tie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
From Italy. I think someone went to Italy and got me this string leather tie.
Nice.
Occasionally I wear it,
Yeah.
it's kind of tough because you got to really kind of tape it together.
Yeah.
Because it's made out of leather.
Well, it would go really well if you have a Back to the Future party.
Yeah.
Number 12, Lake Tahoe, another popular destination here. Lake Tahoe is
half in California. Part of it is
half in California, correct? Distance from Las Vegas, you're looking at, if you drive really fast and have a good car, maybe 7 hours.
And it's 400 miles or something like that.
Yeah.
Nevada's a big state. People don't realize it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nothing in between. It's like outer space.
0.
There's a planet, there's a star, whatever, and then in between is a lot of nothing.
Yeah. But Lake Tahoe, and this was just incredible, loses 12 billion gallons, billions of water per month in evaporation.
Wow.
And it is one of the top 5 deepest lakes on the planet.
Wow.
Which is why it can lose all that water. Yeah.
Yeah, because it gets all that snowdrift too that
right?
That comes down.
That's amazing.
Melts,
I can't even imagine that. That's not fathomable.
Yeah.
Number 13, Hoover Dam, previously the Boulder Dam.
Boulder Dam, that's right.
Contains 6.6 million tons of concrete.
Wow.
Enough to pave a road between here and San Francisco.
Wow.
Yep. Number 14, Nevada's largest crop, producing a $9.3 million profit per year and going up is, what do you think? Actual crop.
A crop?
Yes.
Not marijuana.
Not marijuana.
Because I know that
close.
that from the dispensaries they have to buy stuff that's grown here in this state. They can't import it from some place that has really good stuff like California.
Yeah. Old Mary Jane isn't even close.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Gee, a crop.
Yeah, a crop.
Well, let's see. Idaho is to the north, and they've got potatoes.
Yes.
That's a tuber. I can't even begin.
Wheat.
Wheat, really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and produces $1 million profits.
Wow.
Yeah. Wheat and turquoise, apparently.
Yeah. I don't need either one.
Number 15, we have approximately 3,000 residents in Nevada. that are extremely important.
Mm.
What do you think those
Well,
are?
you and I aren't.
No.
We're not on there.
No, and they certainly aren't gamblers
No.
or drinkers
Or concierge.
or Oakland Raiders.
Yeah.
What do you think they are?
3,000?
3,000. And this was from a 2019 report.
Huh.
Very important.
It wouldn't be miners. That's gone.
No.
I have no idea.
Mountain lions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's gone up.
Yeah.
It's gone up actually from 2,200, which is a very good sign. But they recently reported that. So stay away from them. What's funny is that number 16 is people always think, because mountain lions will attack sometimes. California, there was a recent jogger that was attacked and so on and so forth. And it's because we're of course encroaching upon their land and they have nothing. All they have left is getting through the trash.
Yeah.
But it's always sensationalized. Rattlesnakes and mountain lions. They're always, oh my God, they're out there in droves. Not even close. What's the number one animal? Number 16 is what's the number one animal related death in Nevada?
Animal related death?
Uh-huh.
It's not a dog?
No, animal related death of us.
Yeah.
Of
so it isn't people.
Oh, you mean a dog attack?
Yeah,
No,
because
not
there's so
even
many
close.
dogs.
No.
Black widow spider.
No.
It's not an animal, but yeah.
Deer car crash.
Okay.
Yes. We have a lot of deer. Deer.
Yeah. I was thinking even because, things that we would have here, scorpions that you don't see in every state.
Right.
They do happen. People do get stung, but it's usually not fatal.
Right.
Same thing with spiders of certain kinds, rattlesnakes. But yeah, okay. Yeah, deer. That I'm not surprised.
People are, and it depends. And it's deer, and as you go further north, it's moose, and it's just terrible.
Yeah.
All right, here we go with some quick info about Nevada. See if you can answer these.
All right.
Some of these are absolutely impossible. State capital is
Carson City.
Excellent. Largest city in Nevada.
Las Vegas.
Yes. What is, including land and water, what is the size of Nevada?
Oh, in terms of square miles?
Yes.
Oh, gee, I don't know.
110,561.
Oh.
That's land and water.
All right.
Population as per the end of 2018.
I don't know. Is it around 3 million?
Yes, 3,034,392.
All right.
We achieved statehood when?
I got to think about that. I know. It's fairly recent. In historical terms.
It is. And it's
18 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, 18. I'm going to say around the time that they ratified that vote. I'm going to say California was what we think 1849. I'm going to say 1860.
Excellent guess. Halloween.
Yeah.
October 31st, 1864.
All right.
Good guess, though.
Yeah.
See,
I didn't grow up here, so I didn't have the Arizona state history shoved down. The Nevada state history shoved down my throat like I did California.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Now, this not only is a word that you rarely hear anymore, and I believe I'm pronouncing it correctly. Demonym is what for Nevada?
Demonym?
A demonym.
No, I don't know.
A demonym is what we call it. What do we call people from Nevada? Nevadans. Yeah.
A demonym?
Demonym.
Yeah.
Huh. What is the highest point of Nevada? And how high is it?
It would have to be, I would have to think it would be in northern Nevada, up near Reno, Tahoe, up around that area, going north. But I don't know which part it would be. Because they get a lot of snow up there.
It's an actual peak is what they're counting as the highest point. It's called Boundary Peak.
All right.
13,147 feet. Quite high for here. The lowest point is the Colorado River at the California border.
Oh, I thought it was how I felt last week after my 49ers lost.
Oh, yeah, I know.
However, I got to say, you talked earlier about having an earworm.
Yeah.
I have to say I do have an eye worm.
Yeah.
It's Shakira.
Yes, if she didn't sing. I don't like her.
I didn't have the volume on. I didn't need it. Did she open her mouth? I don't know. I wasn't.
Now on the other side of it, I'm very impressed with Miss Lopez. If only because of her age.
Yeah,
she's my age.
Oh, is she up there that near? I thought she was only
mid-40s. Thank you, John.
Yeah. Well, you're 50, so I thought she was just 40. I thought they were about the same. Shakira's 43.
Is she? I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Well, I had honestly, I hadn't seen her, thought about her in years, really,
Yeah.
and back when she was blonde. And now I looked at her and said,
Yeah.
"Wow,
Yeah.
if she didn't make it in singing, she sure as hell could have made a lot of money here on a pole."
Yeah.
Just saying, just saying.
Indeed. So again, the lowest rate, the lowest point here in Nevada is the Colorado River at the California border, 481 feet.
All right.
Yes.
At least it's above sea level.
How many electoral votes do we have?
I believe it's 6.
Yeah, you believe correctly. Very important, 6.
Yes,
and
they
it's
are.
coming. Bernie's coming, John.
We have the caucus in 2 weeks.
Yes.
And I've been bombarded with,
I bet.
like we talked about the last time on the Invisible maybe about that. I'm still getting text messages and people knocking on my door and leaving stuff on my doorstep. And
now, you've chosen not to be a delegate this year. Is that correct?
No, I might be.
You might be.
It depends.
Oh, very
it
good.
Depends on when. The thing is when you're a delegate, you have to kind of commit to being the possibility of going to the national convention, and when that is, and if it doesn't conflict with my travel plans.
Now, was that a requirement? I mean, did they put that right in front and say?
Yeah, and the last time I said I can't do that because I knew I was traveling one of those months. I said I can make 2 of those, but I can't make the 3rd one.
Okay.
So they made me an alternate.
Yeah.
So they said, well, if we need you, we'll call you, and they did. And then I went and I cast a vote at the county level.
Yes.
And I knew then, because you remember that Hillary Clinton won the Nevada caucus.
Mm-hmm.
At least on caucus day.
Yes.
But when it came, all you do on the caucus is you nominate delegates to go to the convention, in this case, first of all, Clark County Convention, to cast the vote for that candidate.
Yes.
And I realized, Hillary had the most votes, but a lot of those people were old. I mean, shit, I was one of the older ones on Bernie's side. I mean, that's one of the ironies. He's the oldest candidate, and he has the support of the youngest voters. So who's going to stand in line like I did for 4 hours to register?
Well, and something I didn't know until recently, a while back, is that regardless, as a delegate, you are obligated only by partisanship to cast the vote for the candidate. Your candidate.
Yeah, I could change your mind.
You could go there and vote for and vote for any of the others.
Yeah. So we show up. I show up at the convention at Clark County,
mm-hmm.
and Bernie wins that. Because more of his delegates showed up than Hillary's.
Yes.
So it just said to me, what that indicated to me, I said, there's a far more enthusiasm for him than there is for her.
Yeah.
And that's what drives out the vote. It isn't, and I don't know why politicians continually always try to get everybody to vote for them.
Uh-huh.
And just the people who normally vote. What you want to do is get the people who gave up.
Yeah.
Obama was able to do that. He energized the people, particularly in the South,
mm-hmm.
and he was able to win those states, which generally they go to the Republican candidate. Right. But he was able to get people to come out and vote who normally don't. And when we think about 35% at most of the eligible voters actually vote.
Right.
So if you're able to tap into a lot of those people, even half of those people who don't normally vote, and just get them to come out and vote for you, you're gonna win in a landslide. Because
I mean, if you think about it, he was almost Barack Brexit the way he did that. I mean, you're totally right. Yeah, totally right. Okay, where are we? 6 electoral votes, very important. I want to hear more. In fact, we might talk about that on the podcast. If you, I would love to talk about your experiences, especially the new one, if you choose to do that. What is our motto? And far too overused by ambulance chasing attorneys out here.
All in.
All in. All is correct. The entire motto is all for our country and battle born.
Oh.
Yes. So,
all for one and one for all and every man for himself, right? It's out of the Three Stooges, I think.
All right. And here we go. To round off all the Nevada information, a 4-question speed round. Let's see how many you get right. Ready?
All right.
Clear your mind, John.
Okay. Wait. Okay, I'm trying to.
Right.
Got that image in my head. All right.
Shakira?
Yeah, Shakira.
All right. State animal.
Shakira. Oh, sorry. State animal. Is it the ram? Is it
yes.
the mountain?
Very good. Bighorn sheep.
Bighorn sheep. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
1 for 1.
Well, they used to be on the license plate, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I just got brand new license plates last week. They sent out new ones because your car, you have to replace them every 8 years. They look for another reason
Right.
to get more money out of you. And I was thinking, before they told me, you still have the big the Bighorn sheep license plate. It's illegal to drive a car that has the Bighorn sheep license plate. So they sent me one that had a mountain on it. This one also has a mountain on it.
Yeah.
Which is nice. It looks fine.
It's
But
okay.
I missed the Bighorn sheep on the license plate.
So 1 for 1 in the speed round. State
right.
bird.
Oh, you know what? I know Arizona. It's a cactus wren.
Cactus wren. Yes.
Yes.
I know. Yes, I know that.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, because I've been working with Arizona, doing the reading passages. This is where I
Yes.
learned this useless crap. Oh, but Arizona, I don't know.
Pass.
I'm trying to think of a bird.
No, not the turkey buzzard.
It's not the turkey buzzard. No, that would have been my guess. It's a red-tailed hawk.
No, nice guess. No.
Okay.
Mountain bluebird.
Okay.
So 1 for 2.
All right.
State flower. This is the one that's disappointing. We have a disappointing state flower.
Oh.
And,
yeah, I used to know what that is.
Yeah.
See, I'm from California. We learned that,
Yeah.
so it was a marigold in California.
Yes. Yes.
But Nevada, I don't know. And they have flowers besides weeds.
A botanist, would scold me. It's the sagebrush. I don't even consider that a flower.
No.
Okay, 1 for 3.
Yeah.
State tree.
They have trees here?
They do.
It isn't the one you mentioned earlier.
It could possibly be.
I'll take that one as my answer.
Yes. The bristlecone pine is our state tree.
Right. Yeah.
So 2 for 2.
Yeah.
I have 2 bonus questions.
All right.
The state fossil.
Harry Reid.
Yeah, they're softballs, folks. He's taking his cuts.
Yeah.
No, correct, but no. The ichthyosaur.
Oh.
I don't know. I didn't realize states had fossils.
I didn't know they had fossils.
And then my favorite of all time.
Yeah.
What is our state insect?
Wow, they have a state insect.
They
really?
do, and I checked, and all 50 states have state insects.
Really?
So this is a thing. And ours is I would call it
The cricket.
no.
No, we saw so many of them. Remember this last summer? That made me
Yes.
think about it.
It's very romantic. It's
Ladybug.
No.
No.
The vivid dancer damselfly.
Oh,
That is our state insect. One more time, I'll say that for the
All
people
right.
who care.
all right.
Vivid dancer damselfly is the Nevada
Does
state
it carry typhoid?
insect. No, it does not. So there you go. All of the people that have been emailing me and social media me and all the other things, there are some Nevada facts that you can check. They're out there. But I think that's very interesting. I think Nevada is one of the more interesting states because we're so new, we're
Yeah.
so young,
Yeah.
relatively speaking, and we can talk about a bristlecone pine tree section that has trees that are 5,000 years old,
Yeah.
and then we can joke about Mark Davis and the Oakland Raiders coming in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I find that a very interesting state. We're not old, we're not young. We're right there in a strange category, and although I think our flowers and trees are a little sad.
Yeah.
Our insects are right in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
What was it? It sounds like they belong on a pole as well.
The vivid dancer
Yes,
damselfly.
that's it. Yeah, I've been to I've seen her.
Yeah.
I think you and I did both. Remember
Yes.
that?
Now, speaking of the Raiders, I try not to talk about them too much until they're here and do something that's actually good for Las Vegas. The stadium is dangerously close.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It is. It's in keeping with the black and silver, and Raider Nation. For those who come over from Oakland to see a game, I think they're going to smile, and I think they'll go back home and never come back.
Yeah.
But it looks spectacular.
Yeah. And I'm wondering. It's not going to open in time.
No.
But Rammstein is doing their U.S. tour, probably their last one because they're getting up there in age.
Okay.
And they're doing a stadium tour. this time. Now, they were here the last time they toured in the U.S. They only did 4 cities. They did New York, Chicago, Dallas, and Las Vegas. And they did the T-Mobile, and it was a great show. And I would absolutely go see them again.
Okay.
So they announced a much larger North American tour recently, but they're not coming here because it's all stadiums.
Okay.
And so they'll go L.A. and they can even do Minnesota. You know, they have a stadium there.
Right.
But they're not stopping in Las Vegas. And I thought, gee, I wonder if they'd had the Raiders Stadium, if that were available for those types of stadium events, if they would have gotten.
They say they will be.
Yeah.
And they're going to host, a host of things.
Yeah, because that's the one venue, the one size that they don't have. They have everything else in between, from really small to 300 to 4,000 or 5,000 to 15,000.
Yeah.
So they have a lot in that regard, but they don't have the really, really big one.
Now, is Rammstein a stadium band still?
Yeah.
Were they ever? I
their show is so technical in terms of pyrotechnics.
Okay.
There's a lot of venues where they probably couldn't be, shooting off flamethrowers.
Yeah.
And when I was in line to see them, there were people around it had driven in. The guy behind me had driven in from Denver.
Oh.
And as soon as the concert was over, he and his friends were getting back in the car and driving back.
Yike.
The closest they could get. I mean, was to Las Vegas to Denver was Las Vegas, unless you go to Europe to go see them because they'll perform more. I mean, all but like 1 or 2 of their songs are in German.
Yeah.
So people have to go there. And that's what they say. We have to have this big show because most people don't really understand what we're saying.
Yeah.
So they have the pirate.
I think the Raiders Stadium, the brief NFL season will go past, and I think it's going to host some very interesting things. They're already sort of whispering about the Super Bowl. We'll see. I mean,
I think they do better when it's not here, and they just have the gambling.
Yeah.
Because a few years ago they had it in Phoenix, right?
Right.
And more people came to Las Vegas than went to Phoenix. Because there's only so many people can go see the game.
True.
The stadium only holds so many people.
Yeah.
So then you're stuck, well, what am I going to do? Just sit there in a bar and watch it on TV? May as well not even go. But Las Vegas, you can bet on it, and there's lots of parties.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I had the fortune of attending, not attending, I was working for the Cosmopolitan for their Super Bowl event. I'm sorry.
I saw the photos.
The big game.
Yes.
The big game. I correct myself. Yes.
Great.
It was spectacular. My compliments to the Cosmopolitan team over there. They did a wonderful job. But you're absolutely right. There's so many things that can happen here for the big game that I think the stadium will be an interesting inclusion to what already happens. We already do some amazing things. Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah. And it's even when I have to travel for work and I have to explain, sometimes you got to give me some advance notice.
Yeah.
Because it may not seem like it's a big weekend. It's just a weekend in March.
Right.
But if it's March Madness and it's basketball, even though the game's not played here, people come here to bet on it.
Yeah.
And it is always, the flights coming in are full because of that. Whether it's a big sporting event that may be held here or may not, but nevertheless, it doesn't matter where it's at. You can gamble on it,
right?
Bet on it, and there's not too many places you can really do that to the extent that they do it here.
Yeah, Yeah. Well, for everybody listening, thank you so much for tuning in and clicking in and streaming in and whatever you do. Please keep doing it. We really appreciate it. Please keep those questions coming in. We're going to have another question and answer session with all the other questions that we receive very soon. But this has been, I guess, our first annual Nevada trivia contest. John did a fantastic job. But if you have any questions or corrections or anything you want to say about all the Nevada information, please let us know. You can reach us at thepodbaydoor.com, any one of the social medias, or you can just go to it is thepodbaydoor@gmail.com, and you can send us emails that way. If you have a chance, go over to theinvisiblemaybe.com, our other podcast. And recent subject that we talked about was political spam and texting. Really interesting conversation there. So try that out. It's theinvisiblemaybe.com. But again, thank you so much for John. This is Jamey, and we will see you very soon. Hey everybody, thank you very much for tuning into the show. We would love to hear your show suggestions and comments. If you are watching on our YouTube channel, please click to subscribe. You can also connect with us on Facebook using @PBD Podcast, on Twitter using @TPBD Podcast, and on WordPress at thepodbaydoor.wordpress.com.